Hello guys, this is me, Flying Penguin, as I call myself on my YouTube channel. I tried to make Rubik's Cube videos before, none of them really turned out well, but I don't really know how to make how-to videos now. Let me know what you think. Please no negative comments in the comments though. They can be supportive criticism, but it gets too much after a while, so please, if there's too many negative comments, just stop. So, I'm here to teach you Rubik's Cube techniques for speed cubing. I'm not here to teach you F2L and stuff. Don't get me started on how much I hate F2L. I'm not here to teach that to you today. I'm not here to teach you formulas. I'm just here to teach you techniques. Like flicking. That is the way I taught myself to solve it very fast. This is a die on Zanchi. Got it $15 off Amazon. You can use any cube you want, though. So, to flick the cube, you want to have 3 fingers. We're going to start with the top flick. The top flick, you want to have 3 fingers on each side of the cube. Okay, 1 on each layer. Top layer, middle layer, bottom layer, top layer, middle layer, bottom layer. Since this is a top flick, you want to have your thumbs holding together the 2 layers that you're not going to be flicking, which will be the middle layer and the bottom layer. So you're going to be flicking the top layer. Like, make sure that when you use the other fingers with the thumb, the middle and bottom layer cannot move as easily as the top layer. It would be even better if it could move in general. See, my thumbs are holding it. My fingers are trying to press it down, but they can't. So my thumbs are holding it really sturdy. Now, what you're going to do is take your right index finger and use it to push the cube back and back and back and back and back and back. Make sure that your other index finger is rested on the other side of the cube so that it stops the layer after rotating just 1 time. You may have to practice this a lot to get the layer to just rotate once and not any more or any less. Pretty soon you won't need that finger. But for more complex maneuvers, it is better to do it, and it's a good habit to get into, so make sure you always have that other finger that's slowing it down so you can hit it as hard as you want. And, bottom, same thing, except this time, oh yeah, and by the way, to move it to the left, you do the same thing, except pushing with your left index finger, flicking with your left index finger, and, then steadying it with your right, instead of the other way around. And if you just practice a lot, you can get quite good at it. That's how I taught myself. If you have any different ways, please tell me. The flick, please make sure while you're flicking, this is the key to most people, you keep your thumbs on the cube. Flicking like this won't help at all. You want to keep your thumbs on the cube so you can have one fluid motion, just flicking it with your finger, not your entire hand. This is not your wrist movement, it's just your finger movement. That is the key for some people to learning how to do this. So the bottom is pretty much the same, except now you have your thumbs securing the top ones and letting the bottom one free. This one's a little harder. Make sure that to turn it to the right, make sure that your left index finger is supporting it and making sure it only turns 1 turn, and then your right finger is providing as much power as possible, because you can provide a ton of power with your right finger if you have your left finger stabilizing it and making sure it doesn't overturn. Same thing with the left side. Have your right finger stabilizing it. And then your left finger turning. And those are pretty much the only moves you need to learn to flick the cube. Front and back, what I do is I just take my hands and just move them to a different position so that I can rotate the front and back the same way that I rotated both the top and the bottom. Now, combinations are key for this. One of the simplest combinations, and one should practice the most because it appears the most often, is turning it up, then flicking it to the side. Now, in speed cubing, a normal turn is still used to turn the sides. If I want to turn the right side, I just turn it up normally. Now, it may not look like I'm doing that, but I really am. And, the way to make this look and be fast is by combining it with other moves. Like, for example, I move the right side up, then instantly, when it gets there, I flick it. I flick the top side. So, the way to do this, put your hand on the top of the cube, because then when you rotate it down, you'll be in perfect position to just flick it across. Again, that's hand on top of the cube, rotate it down, in perfect position to flick it across. Same goes for the other side. If you want to do that move with the other side, put your hand on top, rotate it. Now you can flick like that. You can also do it with opposite sides, like twisting one side up and then flicking with the other. This isn't really something I can teach you. It's something that you just kind of have to experiment with on your own, and in the end you'll get it. It's cool. Now, there's some exercises that are really useful for you. One is just doing this over and over and over again from the solved cube. This is the second formula that I taught you. The move up with one hand, flick with the other, and then you just do that over and over and over and over and over. And as you can see, there are moments when it comes back to how it was originally, and that's solved. So you just have to do this a bunch, and then you get back to the solved state. Another one that I figured out is move it up, move the face up, then turn the top face, move it down, turn the top face. It's kind of like the same thing, except with the top face. And so I hope you liked this video. I can pretty much guarantee I'm gonna get hateful comments, but please try your best not to give me hateful comments. That would be really great. And thank you for watching this video, even if you only watched part of it. You've been a big help to my channel. And thank you. That's all I have to tell you about speed cubing. The rest you can't get from a video. You have to learn from trial and error by yourself. This is Flying Penguin, and goodbye.